got our first property deal accepted. But what happens next? The next step for us was for me to meet with the builder who's going to do the project for us. So we met with the agent at the property, and unfortunately for me, my mentor couldn't make it on that particular day, which was the only day the builder could make. So I bravely went off to the session, and we immediately jumped into the lounge, and he started speaking about the skirting and how it's been patched up in certain areas and they haven't done a very good job. And do I want it ripped out? It's really nice old wide style skirting, and that could be quite a cost to replace those bits with the original one. It would have to be handmade, etc. Well, I did think of my ex-husband. He's very good with that sort of thing, cabinet maker, but he's too far away. Anyway, so I went into a bit of a conundrum, wondering what to say, what to do, because this felt suddenly very overwhelming because I didn't know the answers. And I was just furiously writing this down, every little thing. And as we moved through the different rooms, there was another thing that came up, and another thing, and another thing, and in the kitchen, and suddenly the door for under the stairs, which is a whole sort of panel, not just the door, that has to be replaced. And then it was, and so it went on. In almost every room, something new that I hadn't described in detail in my costing sheet. So just to backtrack, obviously I have done a thorough costing of this property, of what needed to be done, and then working backwards from a 20% profit margin, we made that offer. That offer finally got accepted. And now I'm stressing because it felt like while I was there in the house with the builder that actually I hadn't thought of everything. I hadn't written everything down that needed doing. And somehow I felt like I had failed. So the builder was really nice. The agent was also lovely. They were so supportive, so kind. Anyway, we got through that. Off I went home straight away, back to my mentor. Look, I've messed up the costing. There's all these things and this and this. And he just said, relax, it's fine. You've done the costing. It's good. It's perfectly adequate. And we always leave an extra few thousand, and it's budgeted for things that come up when you start looking at the renovation. So of course that didn't calm me down because I was so wound up. But as the day wore on and I sort of worked it out of my system, I calmed down. I decided I've trusted my mentor this far and he's got me this far. Why am I not trusting him now? He's done this a gazillion times, so he knows. I'm the one who doesn't know. So I let it go and I just thought, fine, and it's going to work out. So we spoke to the builder again, and the builder put forward the his invoice or costing for his work, and it was within budget. So moral of the story, I shouldn't flap when things appear to be out of my control, or I appear to have not noticed these things. It's all being costed for in our thorough costing sheet that Ben has walked me through. So trust in myself, number one, trust in my mentor, number two, and believing that it's all going to work out and it's all in hand. So those are the three things that I learned out of this session of just getting the builder in to have a look and give us a costing. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the conversation my investor and I had directly after I had viewed the property with the builder and what she had to tell me about her journey in buying this property and how she felt. So if you want to know more, just subscribe so that you get notified when the video comes out. And also, if you want to know how I'm doing this on a very simple level, I will pop a link into the description for my mentor's book, which tells you everything that I have learned in my mentor journey with him, in case you want to know.